in your watch Apac premiere.
I remember that back at Gamescom was the first time we sort of started to see this map picked, and the May came in. It's the first time we started seeing teams wall off that main entrance. It forced teams into all sorts of things, picking D.Va for the first point and everything to try and get around or over the wall as it may have been. But RLE opening up with the Hanzo here, this is very interesting, especially when there's a McCree also for maps.
So he's definitely trying to look for a pick here. He's trying to catch someone off guard. Maybe AKM towards the left-hand side. I believe Rogue do know he's here. Not to mention, if you can pair it with a sleep dart and a scatter arrow, you can actually demolish people if you're able to collapse on top of them correctly. The problem is you can see how scared they are to push past this one. They do have an enter this time out of Lidicat, switching from the Zenyatta.
I think RLE's switching here.
Yeah, he's going to need to. He hasn't really been able to hit any shots so far. The Tracer, not necessarily a bad pickup. You can run past the enemy team, and it can force them to fight you towards the backside. But AKM, he's on McCree. Like, this is just not going to work out for you. This is going to be so difficult for RLE to actually survive these fights.
He knows as well. He saw RLE dash past as well, but the whole team is there as well. Good quick response. Picks maps out of the crowd, and that's a great way to go for the assassination play. RLE is going to fall to reinforce there as well. Great response from Rogue. That was quick. And that's why Lucio is so good to have on your team in these cases, because you can respond to that stuff very quickly. At least in this occasion, NGA are bringing the Lucio along, and they've got the Ana to boot.
So Tvik actually walled in a way that Hysteria and Little Cat weren't able to join the rest of the team who pushed through. So your 4 or your 2 tanks and your 2 DPS without healing. There's no way you're going to win that fight when Rogue completely collapsed on you. That was a really good wall out of him. And now look at these ultimates. You have an Earthshatter, you have a Grouch and Surge already being used. Arley's trying to focus into the backside, takes AKM down. Now he's looking for Unco.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. For some reason, AKM just got caught by surprise. No Deadeye going to be available now. And you can see the supports compiling on towards RLE, but he's been given so much space to work here. Pulse Bomb thrown on. Tvik forced to go to Ice Forward, reinforced. 3 kills in the front door. He shuts it in NGA's face. Must have been an Earthshatter coming through there as well, with Unco giving him the nano boost. Beautiful stuff by Reinforce. The one-man army stops NGA in their tracks and allows the backline of Rogue to respond to RLE, threatening them up close.
NGA were able to get one. Actually, no, they weren't. I thought they did. Yes, it actually was just under the point of getting that first checkpoint picked up. But yeah, that's what happens when you have a Mei wall off and you're allowed Reinforce to charge someone and just swing away on the first fight. He's going to have an Earthshatter advantage over you, and he actually might be able to catch back up to Shadowcat unless he can hit these fire strikes. He's already at 50%, and he used Earthshatter in the last fight.
Raps is just spraying Vanhammer now as well. NGA know they've got to go here, but they walk straight into a Graviton surge here. Reinforce takes a lot of damage, or they lay the Graviton down themselves, should I say. AKM though finds Fury. This Deadeye could be important now with that Reinforce, but great wall. There's always a backup plan when you lose your Reinhardt. Again, RLE finds AKM though. He needs to be responding to this threat of the Tracer, but so far he hasn't been. Win surviving that second headshot missed from Maps means he's going to be forced back, and Tvik comes in and deals with him nicely. So NGA, I think, are testing Rogue here, but my god, it's not easy to really put any pressure on this European side.
It's a great Graviton surge out of Fury too. Gotta give him credit for that, but most importantly, Unco actually positioned himself more passive. He likes to play a really aggressive Ana, likes to get in your face and try to body grenade you. Yeah, he sat really far back, so he didn't get caught by the Graviton surge, throws in a body grenade, out heals the damage, and now we're seeing a support switch over to a Widowmaker.
Hysteria,
this is risky.
You can pick off the opposition Ana, I think, in this case, but look, now the Nano Boost is going to be used on towards NGA. See Hysteria try and throw a poison mine in there, but Reinforce is coming for you, son. He's not going to let you get away with that easy. Now Hysteria is going to fall. Rogue push up, and now there's one last push remaining. Perhaps you can pick off Unco or someone like that with the Widowmaker was what I was trying to get at, but Hysteria hasn't even charged it remotely enough percentage to use a recon visor. I think he's still going to go for it though. And
Unco's sitting behind the shield to reinforce relatively well, but this is a desperation move at the same time. There's 30 seconds left to go. You have 1.5 attacks. The second one's going to be really
messy.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a wall. That just hurts as well. Now Rogue are going to be ready for this push. Now Sound Barrier was used for Rogue here to receive the first push.
Again.
Yeah, it's going to be just laid straight out the front there. Reinforce easily finds Maps, and guess what, Shadowcat? There's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. The cold is going to find you no matter where you run, and now 13 seconds left, and NGA cut down to size. It's RLE now being chased onto Rogue, checking to see if he's in their backline, and no. They're just going to push out here. 5 seconds remain here. Rogue with a very strong defense so far. Don't let NGA even get started. A wall off. RLE falls to AKM, and that's done and dusted. Overtime on the point. There's not already going to be any chance for NGA to run in there. There's a Blizzard in the way. No hope, and Rogue shut the door in their face. Great opening here from the European side. Really showing no weakness on this first point on Hanamura.
So you're Shadowcat, and you switch over to the Winston, getting rid of the Reinhardt. The problem is, you do that, what do you have to stop an Earthshatter from Reinforce? I think you realize that. That's why we walked out the front door, hit an Earthshatter, even though they've lost quite a few people, with Unco going down, I believe that was AKM going down to RLE, and you're just not going to win that trade. You have to work around that front entrance a little bit better. That's why I say run the Mei on attack. Why not? You wall off the left side, Tvik can't wall you off, you move into the right side together as a team with the Lucio, and then you fight from there. You fight from the high ground, you look for picks, and you try to take the point after that.
It's worth noting as well that if you block a maze line of sight with a wall, you prevent them from walling full stop, unless they're going to wall themselves above your wall. So you not only prevent damage coming down, but again, they can't stop you from walking on in. But again, this
depends on the position. So you can lay a wall down, like on the ground, looking at the ground, that'll actually transcend and go past the enemy's wall. But because if you place your wall far enough towards him, the wall won't cover up the entirety of the front entrance, and then you can push past that little corner. So that's all you need to do, and I wouldn't be surprised actually to see Rogue do that. But then again, they don't even need it. Throw out a Genji there.